Does anybody want to watch us for 8 hours? We're online right now, but we need to be able to watch this thing. One channel now, but we need to be able to watch this thing. What's up, Gene? Hey, Gene, we have our built-in tech support guy there. Can you guys see us? We need to shut up. Is it really too loud, Chris? What's up, Gene? Hey, Gene, we have our built-in. Oh my God, this is the worst. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's because that's plugged in. Shut up. Is it really too loud, Chris? What's up, Gene? Hey, Gene, we have our built-in. God, this is the worst. No video. How do I do the video? No video. How do I do the video? All right, hold on. Let's see. I got this. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I got this. Now I got to go over here. Now can you see us? I don't like how I can't. All right, hold on. I'm going to make my windows good so I could talk in real time, but see the chats over there. Hold on. I'm going to make my windows good so I could. We're resuming the Hangout on air. We're resuming the Hangout on air. All right, now can you guys see us? All right. Does everybody know who this guy is? Somebody type in if they know who Lance Trappe is. And if you don't know who Lance Trappe is, Google it or look it up on Instagram right now. He's one of my best friends. We've been riding together for what, over 20 years, huh?
I'd say 20.
Google it or look it up. So yeah, you could leave the chat for a minute and Google it and check out Lance. So Lance is a good buddy of mine. We grew up in New Jersey riding mountain bike trials. I'm down in Orlando, Florida now. He's been living down here for the past 14 years riding for a Disney show, Cirque du Soleil, and the show just ended, so he's looking to pursue his mountain bike riding, or I mean, you've been mountain biking the whole time, but he's been a cast member, so he's definitely looking for some support. So check out his Instagram channel and say hi to everybody, Lance.
Well, what's up from Orlando, Florida? Weather's good down here. We checked out some of the local scene today and just hanging out. We're gonna do. We're both having shows going on tomorrow, and I don't know, it's good times.
Sid Rappy says hello to Trappy. That's all right there. So this is Lance's first ever YouTube chat. And since I completely screwed this thing up, you could tell it's like my second. And I think the first time I just did it with my phone on my lap. So I don't really know what I'm doing either. But Lance, the chats are over here so you can see what people are writing. So
there you go.
We got Danny Lamb in the house and Sid Rappy and Zach Martin. Danny said, first saw Lance on your Trail Boss vid, and he's been following him ever since. There you go.
That was a good one.
There you go. He's been following you ever since. You can thank me later, Lance.
Well, thank you right now.
Lance, right here. Say hello to Rodrigo Camillos.
Rodrigo, how's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. Okay, I see how it works. All right.
You guys, if you follow Lance already, write in yes or thumbs up or something. Let's get an idea of how many of you are familiar with Lance.
Yeah, I haven't been at the social media game all that long, but definitely been riding for a decent amount of time, and you know, like Jeff said, basically about 20 years, and 14 of which was in the Cirque du Soleil show. So getting back out there on the trails and doing a lot more stuff around the woods and mountain bike parks and stuff like that.
We got Jim Ben says he saw you in Cirque du Soleil.
Cool. Yeah, that was an amazing experience. It's almost indescribable, really, but it was great.
Gene from Regular Guy Mountain Bike stalks you on Instagram and YouTube.
Well, there's not a lot to stalk, but you know, I'm working on it.
All right, so Sketch Kid says Lance's shirt is sick, and Rodrigo is writing, what is one tip for a starter rider? What do you think? I know what my tip is, but let's see what you think your tip is.
When I started, really just riding as much as I could, but not getting in like too much over my head, you know, like just trying to find stuff that I enjoyed and not pushing it too hard.
That was going to be my tip, Rodrigo. I feel like, especially with mountain biking, because it's kind of a grown-up sport, but there's, you know, kids that do it too, but it crosses demographics. You know, with BMX, you don't have to tell people to go out and have fun on your bike. But with mountain biking, you know, some people get into mountain biking specifically for fitness, or, you know, they want to start racing right away. And my biggest advice is just go out on your bike and have fun and play around, because that's when you learn stuff, is when you're just playing. You don't learn how to hop over logs or ride technical terrain when you're just worrying about your heart rate or trying to do Strava or whatever. So just go out on your bike once or twice a week and play around and have fun.
Yeah, that's like one of the best things. Not really hardcore trials, but just obstacle riding, just finding stuff to play on. You know, I go out in front of my house here and ride around on the curb and stuff, try to balance. I mean, you don't have to even be at a bike park. You can just find anything to play on and work on your balance and skills. So.
Nice. JM Outdoors writes that he watched my video with Nate Hills. I just saw that today. I was psyched that he got that up. It was a nice blast from the past, because you've never been to the Kingdom Trails.
Nope.
Hopefully this summer you get up there. It's really, really awesome. And Nate's one of my favorite riders, and he posted that. So it was pretty sweet to see that today. And then Gene says from Regular Mountain Bike that he saw the Florida video ride and race stuff. That was a pretty awesome video to make. Lance and myself have been friends with Ray for a really, really long time. So getting to make that video ride his stuff and try to help him out as much as possible was pretty sweet. What did you think of that whole video thing?
Oh, that was great, because that's one of the most fun places I've ever been. And it's amazing. Like, yeah, Ray did tremendous work there. Like, I've been here for a while down in Florida, and I remember how those trails rode before he started adding in his features, and it's just tons of fun now with the berms and the jumps and everything. It's awesome. How those trails rode before.
Gene, if you ever want to get down here to ride Santos, this is the time of year. Santos is awesome. I've ridden here in the summertime, and I'd say it's a strong 8 when you come in the wintertime and it's freezing in New Jersey, it's like an 11. So it's always fun year round. But
it's surprising, right? Like the trails here are like more than you'd expect, right? Like,
yeah,
as far as fun factor.
I think I started coming down here maybe 8-9 years ago or something. Lance lived down here forever, and I would probably visited you when you first started, but we would just ride street trials around Orlando or whatever. And then I think maybe like 8 or 9 years ago, I had a demo at Santos and actually went mountain biking for once because I didn't really mountain bike for a long time. Lance and I both started out mountain biking a lot, but then we got so focused on trials and other stuff that we didn't really mountain bike that much. We would trials ride mainly, and probably in the past 5 to 10 years or something, we've kind of fallen in love with mountain bikes again, mainly because the bikes are so good nowadays. It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, you got back into it, and then I started thinking about it, and then I saw why you got back into it.
Yeah, I mean, mainly because the bikes are so good.
The bikes are incredible.
20 years ago, Lance and I used to build, we would watch North Shore videos, and we would want to aspire to that. So we would build Eastwoods videos in New Jersey, but the bikes would break all the time. And now the bikes are so good, you can do what we wanted to do 20 years ago. All right, we got questions to catch up on because they're getting away from us. So, hey, Greg from Massachusetts, thanks for telling us we're killing it. Regular guy mountain biking is going to be in Miami at the end of the month. Gene, if you have the chance to go mountain biking there, is it Amelia Earhart? What's the park that's pretty sweet down there?
I don't think I've been there actually. Wait, is that?
Or no, Markham Park.
Markham Park.
Yeah, if you get a chance, go to Markham Park. If you need a rental bike, go to Max Cycle there in Miami. Sam wishes he could ride in general. It's -21. Sam, right where you're from. That's really, really, really cold.
Don't go outside.
Trails with Matt. Where's the drone? Let's see. The drone is, well, it's not right here. Oh, I'm charging the batteries. I got a new drone. I got a new DJI Spark to replace the one that went in the swamp. And then literally 2 days later, DJI announced it like one that's like 10 times thicker. Did you know that?
No.
So I got the replacement for the drone that Andrew flew into the swamp.
Yeah.
And then I think I got it. No, actually I got it on a Monday. And then on Tuesday, they announced one that's, I mean, it's way more money. So I'm happy with the Spark because I got it cheap through Unique Photo and whatever. But they announced one that's smaller, detects obstacles in 3 directions. So the one I have only detects in 1 direction. The one that he got detects in 3 directions, and it has a better camera and all kinds of stuff. Sid wants to know about the Cirque Contortionist. Serious though, have you ever ridden at Shenandoah? So that's a good transition right there, Sid. Contortionist, and have you ever ridden Harrisburg? Harrisonburg. There used to be a Norban National, I think, in Harrisonburg. I don't know if you have, but Harrisonburg's pretty sweet. It's off of like 81 or Route 81. It's like,
I don't think I have.
All right, you'll have to try both those.
I'm sure there's a lot of rocks there, though. That would be my guess.
Bry MTB, Birmingham, Alabama. I want to get down to Alabama this year, and I'm going to try to drag this guy around as much as possible with me. So maybe you'll be seeing him in some more Trail Boss videos. Where the heck was I? I was in Bentonville, Arkansas, not Alabama. Bentonville was awesome, but I just heard a ton of stuff about Alabama from my buddy Bryce that rides for Pink Bike that was down there. So that's definitely worth checking out. The Southeast has some pretty good stuff.
I'm taking all these suggestions because I've pretty much been in the general Orlando, Central Florida for the most part. Yeah, so.
Lance is in a really weird position of just having been a professional bike rider for the past 20 years, 14 of it in Cirque, right here. And but he's basically like a guy that just got let out of prison. He's not really sure what's going on in the real world, and we'll get to that in a few minutes.
I'm figuring it out quick.
Chris Walker, I'm going to be at the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, and I'm also going to be in another shop near Phoenix in March. If you sign up for my Facebook page, I post on that. But Chris, sign up for that because I'm going to be back in Phoenix twice in March, and I want to ride. Dan, I'm definitely coming to Sea Otter. I will be at Sea Otter for sure.
The one place we did go, what was that in North Carolina or South? What was that?
Oh, San Lee, South Carolina.
Yeah, that is in my head. Yeah, that was fun.
The drone is still in the swamp. Somebody wrote on my YouTube page, say that they would swim in and get it. I just missed a whole bunch of questions.
You won't.
If you wrote a question I didn't answer it, write it back again. Bryn wants to know if we come to Alabama, shoot him an email, and we'll go to some spots. So Bryn or Bry MTB, send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and it's either at Jeff Lanoski on Instagram or Ride with Jeff on Facebook, and then I'll have your contact information that you just put up here because this is gonna this will disappear, and then I didn't see it.
I'm not rubbing Jeff's back. This is my dog is here.
All right. And trail features. I'm going to be in Dallas, I think, in May. So trail features, hit me up because I'll be there in May. There's a giant dealer grand opening, and I think it's close to Austin, but I want to get to Austin. Do we prefer RockShox or Fox? Rodrigo, I personally prefer X Fusion. Lance is running some RockShox on his bike, though. And then, oh, sweet, your buddy's going to Sedona. Tell him to hit me up. I'm going to lead a ride on Friday morning. It's going to be on the schedule.
I'm going to pull this move right here.
All right, put on your glasses. Rogello Ortiz, I'm going to do a group ride in Phoenix for sure. If you follow me on Facebook, I always post that stuff there because it's kind of hard to like write about that kind of stuff on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. I'm going to put when I'm coming. I have to go to the Sedona Fat Tire Festival, which is the beginning of March, and I'll be there the last weekend of February too. But I can't think of the name of the town that it's in right this second. I could probably look at my phone while we're doing this chat. All right, so
Lynn Woods.
Oh yeah, Lynn Woods is awesome.
Oh,
thanks, Marty. Yeah, I got to get Lance to Lynn Woods. I was telling you that was the one that I rode in Boston.
Yeah.
It's like per capita, the most technical terrain I've ever seen. Like I've been places that are more technical, whatever, but for the size of that park, it wasn't very big. It was really, really awesome with a lot of technical riding. We got 40 people watching. That's pretty sweet. Close as a relative to Herman, Texas, I know. Trail features, I'm going to look that up right now. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be, and I'm going to tell the guys where I'm going to be in Phoenix. So, Lance, answer some of these questions.
Well, you know, GT is good. Santa Cruz is what I have my main experience on, so I'm riding a Bronson right now, and super fun. I mean, I can't complain about one part of it. Things taking a beating, so that's my opinion on that. Is I'm going to say Santa Cruz. I can't complain about one part of it. And who said something about trails like in Orlando? Super fun. I mean, honestly, there's Mount Dora is a really fun park. It's a little bit north. Lakeland is crazy. It's like riding a BMX pump track through the woods. Santos and Ocala, of course, is, you know, kind of legendary at this point. Where else? So Alafaya, you saw they got a bunch of crazy trails there as well, and you know, just don't fall in the swamp with your drone, and you'll be fine. What else we got here?
AA is writing, any interest in Copper Harbor? And absolutely, I wanted to go to Copper Harbor this year, and I couldn't make it. I'm definitely going to go this, or I wanted to go last year. I'm definitely going to go this year. And then Jason, I ride an extra large. I'm 6'4", so I pretty much ride the biggest thing I can get my hands on. That didn't sound good. I'm going to be in Dallas, and I'm going to be in Golden Spoke. Where the heck is it? It's Peoria, Arizona, because I remember thinking it was Peoria, Illinois. So I'm going to be in Peoria, Arizona on the last weekend of this month, and then I'm going to be in Dallas in May.
First trick. First trick I learned is probably just going off a little jump with a board in the street.
Same. Going off jumps in the street. And I remember when I was a kid, I built a jump in the back of my house. I used to have these woods behind my parents' house, and I built a jump, and it was probably like a foot tall, but I built it too steep.
Yeah.
And I rode into it with my Schwinn scrambler, and I built it so steep that it broke the top tube right in half, and like literally broke my bike in half, like hitting the jump. And then my dad was so mad at me because I broke the bike.
And no, I didn't travel with Cirque. They had like a resident show in Disney, so I've been down here in Orlando for the last 14 years in the show.
Hunt style, or no, Bry again with the pack or no pack. If I ride with a pack, it doesn't really bother me, but I mountain bike in New Jersey, so I'm just in a bad habit of never riding with a pack, because you're never going to be more than 5 seconds from somebody's backyard where you can just go get hair or something. So I really should wear a pack more often, but I don't. But there's a new sweet Ergon pack coming out that has like camera mounts on it and stuff like that. I probably will get in the habit of using that.
It depends though. If you're like trying to get video or whatever, you're gonna have the pack.
Yeah, but then when you're shooting video, then like you have on the pack, and sometimes you don't want to be in the shot with a pack on, and you do, and then you have to like take the pack on and off all the time if you're trying to make it look like you're not wearing a pack. If you notice some of my older videos, I never wore a pack, and now I'm getting lazy in some of them. So you'll see shots of me with no pack, and then I just say forget it. I wear the pack in the middle of some of them, and I don't really care. If I'm filming, I wear a pack because you got to carry.
We're gonna work on that. You're gonna work on
Yeah. All right, Mike Daubert. I'm assuming that's how you say it with the French sounding, not Daubert. Mike Daubert. Let's definitely ride Glen Park this spring. I was there a week ago, and it was pretty terrible conditions.
Dude, Canada. I was just talking about how Whistler was one of my most favorite, but it's the most famous place I probably rode, like the North Shore Trails up there.
Oh yeah,
with, Ryan years ago.
Yeah,
that place is very fun.
Hunt style Dallas is the end of February, so I think it's February 20. It's the last weekend of this month. I'm gonna put it on my Facebook page, so if you follow me on Facebook, it'll be on there. And Gene says my audio is perfect right now. Look at that. Oh, it's not working. Totally like name dropping that. I'm getting text from regular guy mountain biking, man. Oh wait, no, that's not the right one either. Hold on, let me give the big shout out to Gene. You know, that's when you know you're big time. And Gene, you're actually in my phone as Gene, not like regular annoying mountain bike or anything. It's actually Gene, regular guy mountain biking.
Kept it legit on that. That's good.
All right, Dan had a Schwinn scrambler. Marcos, with a man of your connections, do you know when Mountain Creek opens? I'm already counting down. I think it usually opens right before Memorial Day, but it really depends on the weather. Like sometimes if it's mild, last year they opened it super early because the weather was so terrible and they want to get some business going. It just really depends. They don't really set a date in stone. But the guys that run the bike park now are super into it, and they're going to do a really, really, really awesome job. Let's see. Bry can't stand the fanny pack. The fanny packs are pretty sweet. I think I might go fanny pack this year, to be honest with you. But the backpack I run right now is kind of stuffed. Lance, you just hit your sub button, and he's been following you for a while on Instagram. We could double your YouTube subscribers tonight because I think
that would be amazing.
You have like 30. Hold on. We have, how many people do we have watching? We have 41 viewers, and that's probably how many subscribers you have on YouTube. So let's see if we could double Lance's subscriber count tonight. Let's see. There's going to be like a telethon. Lance, you literally do have 40 subscribers. And we have 40 people here.
Think about it.
Guys, please, 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 if you are watching this, go to YouTube. Don't, even if you quit this chat for a minute, go to Lance's page and subscribe. He has 40 subscribers. And I'll tell you what, Lance and I have both been riding professionally for over 20 years. I think that like I was riding professionally maybe for like a year when I met you, or 2 years or something. But for the most part, we've both been riding professionally for over 20 years. And when you try to get in the YouTube game and it's tough, like it took me a really, really long time. I started a YouTube channel, and for over a year I had like less than 1,000 followers, and it's pretty humbling. So Lance is in that position. He's trying to get the YouTube thing right now. So definitely by the end of this chat, we should double his subscriber count. We're not answering any of these questions, so let's see. Jam Outdoors, he's saying go check out his schedule. Trail Features, it was meant to be. Marco says we got you, Lance. Sid Rappy subscribe to Trappe. He's really playing up the Rappy Trappe thing. F, would you ever consider doing any how-to clinics in New Jersey? Jeff, I'm going to be at the Jorba Jam in October, and I'll do some how-to stuff there. Monster Vlogger, really cool to catch me live, and he loves my content. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Lance is at 60 now. We just gave you a 50% increase.
You know, I got to get out there. More content.
Whose subscriber count is he doubling? Go. So Cheese Doodle 194. Go. What's the best thing for him to figure out who Lance Trappe is? Google, right? So Lance is one of my best friends. He's been mountain biking professionally forever. He rode for Volvo Cannondale, Mongoose, and then for the past 14 years, he rode in Cirque du Soleil. Let me grab this book again. So Cirque du Soleil is a show down in Disney, and he did that for the past 14 years. So he was like a resident artist, and probably rode in front of 1 million people, huh? Is that a safe estimate?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
2 shows a day, 5 days a week for 14 years. And would you work 360 days a year or something?
Well, it was 478 shows a year, and I'd say it averaged at least 1,000 people a show. So
yeah, so he's ridden in front of a lot of people, but he rode as a cast character, not Lance Trappe. So he's trying to get this social media game off the ground, and that's why we need to help him. And you're already at 65. There's YouTubers that like decided to start mountain biking a year ago, and they have huge channels. This guy's invested his life into it. Let's help him out, dude. Gene, that's not true. Once I was on a regular guy mountain bike channel, I didn't get huge.
Maybe that's the answer.
You're making me blush, Gene. Lance, when's your next video now that you've got more than 50 subs?
We just did it.
So in my Make-A-Wish effort here for Lance, if you go to his Instagram, he's got some awesome clips, and we rode around his neighborhood today. We went to some of the spots. I'm gonna make a video talking about some of the spots. We're gonna do another interview. I'm gonna put it on my channel so you can check back to that. Andrew, I was in Richmond, Virginia yesterday. I don't know if you saw my Instagram story, but I was riding around there yesterday, and I will not be back in Richmond for the Urban Assault this year, but I will be back in Richmond for a grand opening of a giant dealer, and I'm pretty sure it's June. So it won't be Urban Assault. It won't be for Dominion River Rock, but it's going to be like 2 weeks later for a giant grand opening. So again, if you check my Facebook page, that's where I put all that stuff. All right.
50 sub special. Let's do it.
50 sub special. Marco says, my boy Lance got them circus skills. Hunt Style just started riding roughly a year ago. Marcos is demanding a 50 sub special right now. Andrew, I know I cruised the whole James River Park system. I made a story about the skills area, and I was saying how I didn't really think it was super awesome. And it is awesome, but the problem is I met with the guys from Moore last year, and they told me to take a look at it. And you guys have a lot of awesome stuff there that Moore spent a lot of money on, but it's kind of laid out sort of whack. So I made a video saying that they should make it. They should have the people that put it down come make it change it.
Pedro's Fest.
Greg Chain, Lance crushed in 2002 at Pedro's Fest. Great back then, tremendous now. That's awesome.
Actually, I led a trail ride at that.
Did you?
Way back then, yeah. That was fun with Greg Airbold.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
I don't know if he's still riding.
We got 50 viewers still.
That's true.
MTB Yum Yum. That's an actual page, and it's actually really good, believe it or not.
I believe it.
MTB Yum Yum. I got to tell you, when I saw MTB Yum Yum, I was like a little skeptical. You have a really good page. I like watching your stuff for sure. And he's saying that sub numbers don't matter. Is that really true though? Because I like look at my phone for validation, like seriously every single 5 seconds, and judge my self-worth on my sub numbers. And compared to some of the YouTubers out there, I feel like my self-worth is about 0 compared to them. Sub numbers don't matter. Make good content, and people will follow you. That's exactly what I've been telling Lance forever. MTV Yum Yum, that you just got to stick with it. So, you've been posting on there for like a year, right?
I've been on, for about a year.
It takes some time. I'm sure if you guys go to his channel, you're going to see awesome stuff. You got to just trust the process, and you got to just keep putting it out there consistently, and having people share it always helps. Jim Benz wants you to go out into the garage right now, get a bike, and do some tricks.
That's always how it is in show business. You know, you got to give him some tricks.
Bry says that MTV Yum Yum speaking straight facts. What's up, Andy? What's up, Dan? Trails with Matt, you're ready to ride, and it's cold there, but where are you from? Sid Rappy, he did not make a Trappe comment this time. He just said, Huntstyle wants to know how do I follow? You don't like Gary V? Huntstyle? I think he's pretty good. MTV Yum Yum says, well, good. Don't get mad when I start copying your trail review style. Such good commentary, dude. Want to ride with you someday. I definitely want to ride with you, MTV Yum Yum, but I'm the boss. So as long as I get to be the boss, we could ride all the trails you want. Raheem says, Lance, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I do remember the disco tent.
You do? Nice.
I do. I stopped by there once or twice.
Andrew, that might be the giant store that I'm doing, is the new Conti's. I will look at my phone and ignore everybody for a second. Jason's been watching my old NWD videos. Cool, thanks. Oh, I thought you said, Huntstyle, I thought you said, how do I follow him? Like you couldn't believe it. Yeah, Gary V's awesome. His shtick goes in loops a little bit. If you watch him long enough, you kind of see him saying a lot of the same stuff. But for the most part, he's super inspiring, and I feel like I learned a lot from watching that guy. You follow him?
I'm familiar. Yeah. You did ride in China with Oaks, who is incidentally my old teammate from Volvo Cannondale.
Yeah, that was awesome. Riding in China was really awesome. One of the main places that I've always wanted to go, and traveling with Brian is always fun. Lance was teammates with him.
Yeah,
I love
5 years.
I love Brian, but he is a guy that tells it how it is. So when you travel with him, he doesn't pull any punches. So it's awesome. Ooh, Trails with Matt. Are you from Brown County? That's awesome. Why don't I have an icon for super chats? I have way over 1,000 subs. I don't know. I never thought of super chatting. I always. Yeah, maybe I'll super chat. I just like to chat to everybody. I don't want to do super chats right now. All right,
just keep it regular chat.
Okay, Lance, answer some questions. I'm going to see which giant store I'm opening in Richmond.
We have a request for a video with MTB Yum Yum, Trail Boss, and myself. And technically, I guess the name I came up with was Trail Tech, because I'm trying to find some technical stuff to ride and a little bit borderline on trials, but it would be awesome to do a video with, whoever's out there. Really, we're gonna get out there quite a bit more now. I got a lot more time. Let's put it that way.
I am doing the Conti's Short Pump grand opening, and it is on June 30th. So if you're from Richmond, June 30th, I'll be out there. I won't be at Dominion River Rock, but I'll be at Conti's on June 30th.
Best trail in New York metro area.
Monetizing my account is how I get super chats. I don't know if any of you watch my blog. Comment if you've watched my last two, or not blogs, vlogs. And I was saying I didn't want to monetize my channel because I want to give it to the people for free. like that. But Lance, you could do super chats and you could have people donate to you. You could just make it rain.
I mean, we'll see how the job situation goes, but
so Lance has the world record for front wheel hops, right?
Mm.
So you could do a thing where you set up hopping on your front tire and just have people super chat, and as long as they super chat, you just keep hopping.
Dude, that's an awesome idea.
I
could probably go for a while, right? Yeah.
What was the record?
108.
That's pretty sweet. 108 front wheel hops. All right. Even NPR has fundraising. Thank you gifts. Front flip for every 10 subs. How about a front wheel hop for every $10? Front flip for every 10 subscribers.
Flip, something like that. Yeah.
All right. Trails with Matt. He has Jam Outdoors. Sid Trappe, July 4th with Trappe, Harrisonburg, Virginia ride. Jim, you saw the vlog. That's pretty sweet. Trail features, Amazon, I know I don't really understand all this YouTube stuff, but they did not monetize me. I hope not. I just did a whole rant on how I don't think that mountain bikers should use Amazon links. And then I talked to some of my fellow YouTubers and they said that, they kind of have to, but my whole perspective is I would rather send my subscribers and my viewers to my bike sponsor links, or even Jeff Kendall Weed, the guy that we rode with last week. He has a deal with Jensen, which is like a huge online bike shop. So even if you can't send them to like the local bike shop, even sending them to Jensen, so he rides for Jensen. He does puts all his products and in his videos lists the links to Jensen, but then they sponsor him. So even though it's a huge conglomerate, they're still supporting mountain bikers and riders, and they're not putting bike shops out of business like Amazon's going to do. So I don't know. I'm still a little skeptical on the Amazon affiliate links because it's awesome to get paid for them, but everybody's going to be out of jobs if you just keep making Amazon bigger and bigger and bigger, and they have robots sending things to everybody, and then nobody has jobs. It's just my opinion.
Robot can't fix your bike either.
Well, actually, a robot probably can fix your bike and probably can fix it really good. but so bad analogy.
They're going to need to send a robot along with the parts.
You'll probably have a drone come to your garage, fix your flat tire, and fly away. All right, good idea. 200 front wheel hops from Dan. We're going to do a super chat, and Lance is going to start hopping on his front wheel, and as long as you guys make it rain, he's going to keep hopping.
I could probably do it.
Sid Trappe says if you can front wheel hop, you can front wheel manual. Do you think that's true? Because I don't.
I think front wheel brakeless, front wheel manual is extremely difficult.
Way
harder than front wheel hops.
Front wheel brakeless manuals, like you see BMX guys doing, is A, really, really, really difficult, but B, the bikes are designed for that nowadays. Like those guys ride super tall handlebars,
wide bars,
super tall, super wide bars, and low offset forks. So on a mountain bike, you have very low handlebars. You don't have a lot of leverage to keep it up there. You have a slack head angle.
I've never seen anyone do that.
We can make excuses all day long on why.
I've never seen anyone do it, but I'm sure it's possible.
It's probably possible, but with a BMX bike, it's just a little bit more conducive because you could really just crank it up to the balance point, get it there, and sort of hold it.
Yeah.
All right. Trail Features is working to team up with his LBS, talking to them next week. Trail Features definitely do that. We all need to do that as YouTubers. I feel like there's not some of the guys that do YouTube channels haven't spent their whole lives in it like Lance and I did. So I think that's awesome that you want to work with your local bike shop and support them online. I realize that people don't want to spend double for a bike part like you do at a bike shop sometimes. It's just a local bike shop can't compete with the price for everything. Sometimes they're going to get beat online. It's just the nature of the business. But even if it's a huge online mega bicycle retailer, they're still going to put money back into the bike industry versus Amazon or something like that. So Trail Features, if you could do anything with your local bike shop or whatever, I totally commend you. Like I said in my vlog, I totally realize I'm in a different position. I can call Vittoria or Ergon and get affiliate links through sponsors and put, direct to ergon.com or vittoria.com. And a lot of guys on YouTube don't have the contacts to make that happen. But if you work hard, Jeff Kendall, we did it. Mm-hmm. If you work hard and just figure out a way, and if you grow your channel to the point where a bike industry person can't ignore you, then you have to just make it happen. It's our responsibility. All right, back to the fluff. What do I think about direct sales from bike manufacturers, Dan?
They kind of got to do it, right?
I mean, it's very, very hard to compete against it when you eliminate the bike shop. I think that obviously I ride for Giant, and I've ridden for Giant for 17 years, and I feel like they have a really good model. If you go on giant.com because you're sitting on the couch in your underwear at 2 o'clock in the morning and you want to buy a helmet or you want to buy a bike, they all have pricing that's in line with their retailers. So it's, always a good value, and it'll just ship right to the dealer and they can build it for you and pick it up. So
yeah, and it's still going through the shop.
It's going through a shop. You could order it whenever you want. Giant's also in the position where they're the largest manufacturer in the world, so they typically have good prices too. So yeah, if you have like a direct to bike shop company that doesn't have warehouses or sales force, sure, you're going to get a better value for it's hard to compete against that. But there are companies like Giant that are really, really being aggressive to try to satisfy everybody. Make the bike shop important.
Expertise too, like you can't just dump parts off and stuff. Like you need shops somewhere with people that are knowledgeable to set things up and give advice on how to work on stuff. So
yeah, Jam Outdoors says his local bike shop made him one of their ambassador athletes about 2 years ago, and that helps. That's awesome. I've seen your name online forever. Jam Outdoors, that's awesome that you did that. It's good foresight on behalf of your bike shop to want to have people that are active online be ambassadors, and it's good for you to want to work with the local bike shop too. I mean, like I said, you need places to get your bike fixed. You want places, a lot of times local bike shops support trail advocacy in the area, and they hook up local riders and stuff. So I mean, it definitely just helps the whole local riding community, in my opinion. Dan K thinks direct to sale sucks.
That's a direct statement.
That's a pretty direct statement. I'd say I agree with him. Marcos, I am suggesting that you riot against Amazon. I try not to buy stuff from Amazon. My wife does, but I try not to buy stuff from Amazon. I feel like even with camera gear, like I work with this camera store, Unique Photo. It's huge. It's an online retailer, but it's still not Amazon. So they have like good values. They have a website. You can buy everything you want, whatever, but still not Amazon. And I feel like anything but Amazon.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's what we're getting.
Joel Spolstra is saying, great stuff. Good to see your transition to new endeavors, Lance. Thanks to you for both being great ambassadors for MTB.
Hey,
that's...
We're doing it. We're doing it because we want to do it.
Hey, Joel, we put our pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. But thanks, I appreciate it.
They might be scraped up, bruised legs, but
right. Let's see. Jesse's looking into getting some bike that I don't even want to mention, but I'm just busting with you, Jesse. And then 2 bike shops here in Dothan suck, and he would open one himself as they could. There's definitely a lot of bike shops that could do a better job for themselves, but being a bike dealer is not necessarily the easiest thing. Ryan Swank, come back to Brown County. I'm going to try to come down for the Brown County Mountain Bike Festival. I think it's the Brown County Beatdown or something like that. It's too late for Amazon. Singularity is near. It's not. We could resist. Dan K, you can't see or test ride a bike if a shop doesn't have them. Exactly. That's why you need to find out when they do factory demos. A lot of the big manufacturers have demo rigs. Giant has like 5 that go around the country.
Santa Cruz does as well.
Yeah, that's your chance to get out and try the bikes. Trail Features said Precision Camera in North Austin. They own half your channel. That's awesome. Again, Trail Features. Anything but Amazon. Greg says it's nice to see you on a fully.
I love it.
When did you start riding the fully? It was normally like when you had days off from work, you would ride the fully as like vacation day, right? But then you just fell in love with it.
Cruising around, low key, like basically just going on a ride around the neighborhood and exploring.
And now you're better on the fully than your rigid bike, right?
Somehow I feel more comfortable on it than the trials bike. So
that's because
that's why I keep riding it.
Yeah, suspension bikes are so good nowadays. It's just hard to not want to ride them all the time. I have my Giant STP. And I like it, but if I'm being honest, I'd much rather get on my Giant Trance and do a demo on my Giant Trance for sure.
Look ahead for footage of Jeff struggling on his trials bike. I didn't even bring mine out, so I'm not gonna criticize.
I had a demo tomorrow, so I figured I should probably dust off the trials bike and take it out for a ride instead of my Giant Trance. All right, let's see. Hunstyle, he's saying, Hunstyle, come on, we were bros, and now you're telling me to do all your shopping on Amazon. I know it's hard to beat the deals, but if you could do a little extra legwork and find something not on Amazon, you know, there are some bike shops that sell stuff through Amazon, and somebody did bring up that point to me last week that, you know, bike shops do, but it's hard to find them. So, I mean, if you want to do the legwork and find out if it's a actual bike shop selling on Amazon, but I don't know, it's just my general practice. If you could find a regular retailer other than Amazon, otherwise we're just going to consolidate everything, and we're going to be kind of screwed.
Then it could be a problem.
So this guy Joel Spolstra, he came to Unique Photo, my demo last summer. I was doing this demo event for Sony. They were launching a new camera, and they wanted to have like basically like live subject matter, live model or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Joel came out he brought his son, and we did some stuff. So I totally remember. And you can get photos to me from the demo by just send them to me on Facebook. All right. Am I doing anything in Ohio this year? Well, I was at Ray's Mountain Bike Park a while ago.
Oh, we got to go back.
I'm trying to get Lance to go back to Ray's in Cleveland before the end of the month, so sometime in February. Mm-hmm. And then I
haven't been there. We went there like when it first opened, right? I think that's
we literally went to Ray's like when it first opened.
We got the tour of like the plans.
And then I haven't been there. We went there like when it first opened, right? All right, let's see. Sid Rappy says on these feeds we have some lurker spammers that post up stuff. If you make someone a moderator, they can delete messages you don't want on there. All right. All right, Hunstyle, you redeemed yourself by buying stuff on Amazon through a third-party seller. We'll let you back in the bro club. Fanatic Bike Company in Bellingham is one of the best bike shop websites. Yeah, that's good. Even though they're huge, it's still a bike shop. Mm-hmm. They might sponsor some races or some riders or something. At least they're putting something back into the industry. Yeah, that's good. Checking out the ride early tomorrow. Hope to see you in Dallas. All right, Sketch Kid, you're coming to Tampa or you live in Dallas? And then
Trail Features, that's exactly.
Dan wants to know if either of us guys are going to try out the new Rilo cam. You know what the Rilo cam is? Mm-hmm. Dan, that's a 360 cam, I think. I'm pretty sure that's a 360 cam. Mm-hmm. And you should get one and film some stuff. I saw the well, I was in the Apple store and I always like saw drones, but I never wanted a drone because I didn't want to be the dude owning the drone and never have anybody to film me. And the analogy that I always make is Lance is one of my best friends, and probably what was it, like 15 years ago, I got a brand new RV And then when you go and you buy an RV, you go and you walk around the parking lot, and it's awesome because it has couches and tables and TV and all this stuff. And then I bought my brand new RV, and I was so psyched. And then I pulled out of my driveway with Lance, Aaron Chase, and our friend Chris Clark. And within the half hour, I realized that it's fun for them, but it's not fun for me because I'm the one driving it, and everybody else gets to have fun. Everybody else gets to use the refrigerator.
We're like the kids on the bus.
Yeah, you get to use the refrigerator and watch TV and
like,
sit
what's
on the
going
couch.
on back there, guys?
And so that's like the same analogy I always had to a drone. I'm like, well, why would I want to own a drone? Because all I'm going to do is shoot you. It's not going to do anything for me. So I was in the Apple store one day, and the guy was asking me about mountain biking. I don't know how it came up, and he showed me the Spark, and he's like, no, it follows you through the air.
You're like,
and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. If I don't have to be the one shooting. So I bought the Spark, and I made a video, and because it was a Spark, I got tons of views because it was like something people wanted to see about. You should buy the Rilo camera and make some videos, and people want to see the Rilo, and then they'll find you, and the whole thing just snowballs.
I could stand up
All right.
my gear.
Local bike shops. When you watch the wrong how-to video on YouTube, they'll be there to unblank your bike. That's a very good point.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to be able to work on this stuff.
Somebody's got to fix it.
Not everybody's a mechanic.
They'll be there to blank your bike. That's a very good point. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's got to be able to work on this stuff. Somebody's got to fix it. Not everybody. Philip, Ray is doing pretty well. He had a pretty bad crash. I visited him a couple weeks ago. He's definitely getting a lot of mobility back, and it's looking very positive. I mean, he has a long road ahead of him, but it's all looking very positive, which is awesome.
And I really want to get up there and say hi to him.
Trail Peak has a Rilo. Pretty cool toy. Needs some work on the audio, though. Trail Features. It is a 360 cam, though, right? I think I'm thinking of the right thing. Trail Peak has a Rilo. Pretty cool toy. Needs some work on the audio, though. Trail Features. It is a 360 camera, right? How long have we been on here? Let's see.
Over a half hour.
How long have we been on here? Let's see. Have we been talking too long? You guys ready for us to stop talking, or should we keep talking? And it is a 360 cam, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we been talking too long? You guys ready for us to stop talking, or should we keep talking? And it is a 360 cam, yeah. Marcos, he lives in a city where they have 2 bike shops, and one of the mechanics made fun of you and your friends' bikes because they were old. And you got it on Pink Bike for cheap. You know what you got to do, Marcos? You need to go out and you need to practice your butt off, and then you need to go to the bike shop and you need to own that mechanic and make them feel like a total loser for making fun of your bikes, because that's not cool.
I mean, the bikes now are great, but as everybody always says, it's the rider, not the bike, really. The bike can only. What's that? I mean, the bikes now are great, but everybody always says.
You're up to 69 subscribers.
Dude, I got to start making more videos. Dude. I want to do how to track stand.
Yeah,
because that's one of the earlier tricks I learned, actually, is track stand. I got to start making more videos. And it actually helps on the trail. I want to do how to track stand. Yeah, that's one of the earlier tricks I learned, actually. And it actually helps on the trail.
Lance, I just got a personal text from Gene at Regular Guy Mountain Biking, and he said that it's fun to talk to me and to you and I.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a good time. Yeah, it's all good.
Bry's got to get to sleep for the Saturday shreddage.
For sure. That's a hint.
Greg Chain asked if we've ever done any riding with Robbie Funder. And I did ride with Robbie in Dayton, Ohio. And that was the first time I ever met him. And Robbie's a super, super cool dude. I wonder if this is Robbie, like, as an alias. Because I sent Robbie a text earlier telling him to watch this. He's probably on as Greg, like, trying to fish. But I rode with Robbie in Dayton, and he's super cool. Did you ever meet Robbie?
I know who he is.
Yeah. He's super, super nice guy. And I am.
He's down with the hardcore trials scene.
Yeah, I'm kind of gravitating away from doing so many trials demos. I want to go to some more mountain bike festivals and things like that. So I had an overlap. This year I'm going to go to the Santos Mountain Bike Festival. So I couldn't go to Madison, Wisconsin to do some trials demos. So Robbie's going to fill in for me. Or not fill in, take it in, take it over. Jerry Creighton. Jerry, I feel like that name sounds familiar. I don't know if I saw him on a most wanted list or something. I am not going to wear an Eagles jersey on Sunday, Jerry. I'm going to wear a Patriots jersey because the Patriots are going to win. And I'm a Giants fan. And my logic is anybody but the Eagles, and especially anybody. I want the Patriots to win every single time. I want the Giants to be the only team that ever could beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl. All right. Monster Vlogger wants to know if I can cover what happened really quick, what happened to Ray. So if you go to my Facebook page, Facebook Ride with Jeff, did you share the video too, the right one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lance Trappe on Facebook. I made a video from Ray's mouth, from Ray's pictures, everything, exactly what happened with his accident, where he's at in his recovery, whatever. So just go on Facebook, or if you search hashtag Ride for Ray, I made a video for Ray using all his footage, all his words, and you can see exactly what happened to him. Hunt style. Now you're definitely making your way back. Anybody but the Eagles. Marcos, I'm from New Jersey, so close enough to New York. We're claiming New York because it sounds cooler. 56. We've been talking for 56 minutes. Yeah, John, send me a message when those Highlands rides are, because that would definitely come. That's like right in my hood. They had a team meeting at Sussex County Bike Shop the other day, right down the street from my house.
Trail Boss Skills. That's what's up.
Sid Rappe. Jeff, you do have some skills, bro. Seeing you hop up some of those uphill trail features and rocks is pretty effing impressive.
That drone footage, right?
The drone. It's all the angle. Like, it's the camera angle and Photoshop. Thanks, Sid. Rilo camera's cool, neat angles to use GoPro along to go with it for the best audio. Technically, the Giants do play in New Jersey. Yes. Time does fly. Love Lance's shirt, Life Behind Bars.
My sister actually got me the shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of if I host on my YouTube channel? I did that vlog. I've done 2 vlogs so far, and I was thinking of recruiting Lance for like maybe a weekly or maybe twice a month or something like that, kind of chat. We get some questions. We do it like we either do a live chat where we bring us both in or something. Would you guys be down to see that? What do you think? What do you think of this live chat with him? So imagine like I'm in New Jersey and he's in Florida, so it would just look like this. It would be like a divider on the screen. It would look like that.
One side is colder and the other side's warmer.
Yeah, we just look at that. You guys down with that idea or what?
We could get into the old school stories.
Yeah, just look at that. You guys down with that idea or what? He'd be down. Somebody else thinks Jam Outdoors thinks it's cool. Trail Features would be down. Dan would think the more the merrier. Monster Vlogster thinks says he totally agrees. Hunt Style says sounds good. Sid Rappe says yeah, Trappy. Either live or recorded. Oh yeah, the will work. Do it. Yup. Horns. Do it. That would be cool. That would be a good idea. You know, I didn't tell Lance this, so I put a poll on my Instagram page saying, should I go live? I'm going to show this to you right now. and it was like 75% people said no.
Please don't do that.
I almost called this thing off because everybody said no.
And look at us now.
Yeah, who's saying no now?
I've had a good experience. I had no idea how this works, but it seems pretty good to me.
Ooh, I just got a message from Nfresh. Short story, in Disney World monorail. See posters of his show all over. Have no idea who he is, but looked cool. Get newsletter email from Bike Magazine 2 weeks ago. There he is, and now I know. Then I realized that was the one who you jungled with in one of your videos. So
oh yeah,
Nfresh
Jungle Habitat.
Yeah. Nfresh saw those things on the monorail, then got a newsletter, then saw the thing on Bike Magazine, then saw the.
I can understand how you didn't put 2 and 2 together, honestly, because one is a lot more colorful than the other.
Yeah, you didn't ride Jungle Habitat with face graphics on.
But yeah, that's cool.
Look at this. Should we live chat? 61%. Oh, they changed. Okay. 61% said yes. 39% said
we
no.
Worked them into the idea.
And then still, though, 57%, 43% said no. All right. So we are going to start wrapping this up. We're going to do 5 more minutes because it's 10:06. You got 5 more minutes in you?
Let's do it.
All right. Because then
let's do it.
Tomorrow I have a demo at a bike shop in Oldsmar. Lance is doing mountain bike demos at a monster truck show. How'd that happen?
Monster Jam.
How'd that happen?
Seemed like a good idea.
So it's a moto trials guy, right?
Yeah, my friend has a motorcycle trials like stunt show, and we messed around a little bit and figured out I can do a lot of the stuff on the mountain bike. So I'm gonna see how it goes.
Do you call it mountain bike trials on the suspension bike, or what are you calling it?
I call it basically extreme enduro. That's what I call it.
It's pretty awesome. Definitely check out Lance's channel because he does some sweet stuff, and I need to start doing a little bit more of that stuff too because it looks pretty awesome. All right. Trails of Matt says it gives him something to do on the weekend and a chance to associate with us all. That'd be sweet. It's fun for us to talk to you too. Usually I just call him on the phone and like we just talk to each other. So at least we could talk to other people.
We can rant to everyone else too.
How can we find out where you're riding next? For me, definitely on Facebook, Facebook Ride with Jeff, or my Instagram page. Facebook for you?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram, same deal.
Yep. Good chatting with you too, JM Outdoors. Matt wants to know what kind of bike you ride, Lance.
For the last year, well, in the shows, I was riding an Inspired Hex, which is 26-inch, street trials bike. But now I'm pretty much full time on the mountain bike, which is Santa Cruz Bronson, and that's what I've been on. Like, I don't think I'm going back to the trials bike. That's what I've been on. I don't think I'm going back to the trials bike.
I just chatted myself. Was it who the heck who's the guy that just joined the Warriors? Why am I drawing a blank? Kevin Durant had like a fake Twitter handle or something where he would like defend Kevin Durant, but he was just doing it himself.
You gotta defend yourself.
Yeah, totally. All right, guys, let's see what Lance's subscriber thing is at. Let's see if we got it close to doubling. Kingdom Trails without a dropper, follow cam Friday. I don't know about that.
That would be the dropper seat post is probably the best thing to come into mountain biking in my 25 years of riding mountain bikes. So,
yo, Tonka, you're in Florida, right? Right back if you're in Florida. I think that you're in Florida.
In my 25 years of riding mountain.
70.
Yo, Tonka, you're in Florida, right?
Dude, that was like.
This has gone well.
70. You went from 40 to 70. That's a pretty astonishing.
Percentage-wise, I mean,
I got a pretty sweet bump from Nate Hills today too. Tonka, what about going to Alafaya River State Park on Sunday at 10 a.m. for a pre-Super Bowl shredathon? We have a group ride going off. Can you make it? What about going to Alafaya River State Park?
Oh, there you go.
Where's Drunken Monkey?
Drunken Monkey. It's out there.
Can you make it?
Dropper seat post and boost spacing. That's the two best things. The two best advances. And a bike that's about 10 pounds lighter than what I started out riding. Two best things. Two best advances. Chrome, yep.
We both watch Allie. Allie's awesome.
Super Tech.
Tonka, I don't know if you're around, but we'll be riding Carter Road on Monday and Tuesday. Tonka, I don't know if you're around, but we'll be
tubeless. Tubeless too.
Tubeless for the win.
Tubeless. I
Tubeless
get a lot of flats, but now
tubeless just to stay in 2018. Lance got out of Cirque, and he didn't realize that tubeless was invented.
No, man, I've had tubes in my bike for over a decade.
Schrader tubes. Not even Presta. Schrader tubes.
BMX style.
Yep.
And carbon fiber is pretty awesome too.
Carbon fiber is pretty sweet.
I was not a believer until I started riding the Santa Cruz, and that thing has taken so much abuse. It's impressive.
Hey Tonka, I have a demo tomorrow at 11 and 2 in Oldsmar at Bike Sport. So if you get off of work and you want to, or you get done riding, come on over. 11 and 2 in Oldsmar at Bike Sport. Jerry Creighton says chain lube. Do you know that Jerry used to be an aggressive inline skater?
I didn't.
He did. He was an aggressive inline skater. I think they call them other things too, but he was an aggressive inline skater. So he would do tricks like where you slap the side of your boot with your left hand, and it's a different trick than if you slap the side of your boot with your right hand.
Mm-hmm.
They call them other things too, but he was an aggressive inline skater. So he would do tricks like where you slap the side of your boot with your left hand, and it's a different trick. Sid wants to know where he picked up the Santa Cruz.
Straight from the source, straight from Santa Cruz themselves.
That's big time. That's really big time.
Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. The only problem with tubeless is if you're getting too crazy and you burp it.
Yes, that's why you got to get what is it called? The what's the liner thing you put in it now?
I don't know.
Yes.
I just figured out.
Everybody's putting it in. Somebody type in the thing. I can't remember the name of it.
I would like to know because
there's like tire liners now that like keep you from getting flats. It's like a little foam insert that you put around your tire.
Okay.
Skills with Phil just put one on. Cushcore. There you go, Tonka. Cushcore. You never heard of Cushcore?
I think I have. Right?
Yeah, it's like a foam band you put around your tire.
Ali Clarkson did it.
Yep, and then it makes it like
his own.
Yep, and then it makes it. There's also Huck Norris. It makes it impossible to mount your tire, but then you don't get flats either.
Actually, they have that for motorcycles too, like Good Moose.
Yep. There's also it makes it impossible to look at like every single person's written the name because we couldn't remember. We're like, all right, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
That's the one.
Huck Norris.
That's the one.
Huck Norris and Cushcore.
Yeah, those are two. I'm gonna look into that.
We're like, all right, we got it. We got it. That's the one. Huck Norris. All right, you ready to sign off?
Well, I think this was good.
All right, everybody. We're going to do another live chat soon, right? We should definitely do that. We probably won't do it from side by side, but we'll do it from New Jersey and Florida. So thanks for watching. You got anything to say?
Hey, let's get out on the trails. I'm back. I'm back, baby.
You got lots of new subscribers. Please address your subscribers.
Hey, guys, check it out. I'm going to be doing more trail tech stuff, finding stuff to ride over, and keep a lookout because it's going on.
All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll do another live chat soon. See you on the trail.